This is the last verse, where we honor the fallen by unpacking the silence that follows their last breath. He made the broken feel whole, even when he couldn't fix himself. I'm your host, Romeo Mastin. This is Silence. We're talking about Juice WRLD. I'm joined by my panel, the legendary DJ from the Goodfellas 935K, their Power 106. You also check him out. You know, what was the movie you did? Come on, tell him, dog.
You got served.
You got served, and he got that check. Also, we got Successful, my co-host on 935K this morning, so you can also check her out on her show, Late Night Love on Fox TV. All right, so here we go. Juice WRLD, a man that had an amazing career, got off to a great start, but it went from reality to heartbreak real quick. What was the meaning behind this on that last flight that he took, flying into Chicago, that changed his life and took his life? What happened on that final flight for Juice WRLD?
A private jet getting raided by the feds. It's just crazy. Because I'm going to tell you like this. From what I heard, by the pilot flying them a kite on who they had on the plane or what was going on, the bags were heavy and this just felt, something didn't feel right. Nobody told them to do all that. We just told you to fly the plane. And most private jet guys that I know of, especially dealing with like Floyd Mayweather, and they got people they know, they look out for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if the guy was hating because he didn't want to be at work that day, but usually, again, they get a nice check to fly somebody privately from here to wherever.
You get paid to do your job, and that's it.
Right. That's it. That's all he had to do.
Can the plane get me there safely? That's all I need to know. Now, look, if it was a problem with heavy luggage and the weight, then you're not supposed to do it. We saw what happened to Aaliyah. We saw what happened in 2001. Such a tragedy.
So my mindset is still thinking setup.
Yeah, he saw young black men who looked like they had a lot of money. How could they afford to be? Who are they?
Yeah, I'm working hard for this, and he's just flying a plane under this damn rap artist or whatever it may be. But at the same time, I'm like, was there a bigger picture to this? Like, I mean, was that guy that flew the plane, in with the feds, and they probably asked him, hey, have you ever run into any problems? Let us know.
Right.
Right, but I feel like there's two sides to every story, right?
Yeah, it is.
At the same time, Juice WRLD, some people in his team allegedly could have been doing drugs right in front of the guy, because you're on a PJ, you're on a private jet, so you feel safe, right?
And you saw how
so what if
open
you're
the
just
jet
doing
was?
it out in the open, and they're seeing this, and they're uncomfortable because you're on their time.
Right.
If something happens to them on the plane doing drugs that you're flying, does that not fall back on the pilot?
Right.
So there's two sides to this.
Yes, and Juice WRLD, he has known to be doing drugs since he was a teenager. So this was something that he was also dealing with for a long time. And of course, he probably didn't have a problem doing it on a PJ, living that life of a rock star.
Yeah.
But what made this guy figure that he can get away with not taking a case by swallowing the drugs?
Yes. But I'm going to say this too. And because it has happened, I'm not saying names into that, but look, if you got a team on there with you, sometimes somebody got to take one for the team. If I'm the guy just bringing home the check, you got to make sure I'm protected in this whole situation. I got to be able to get off this plane safely and continue to get this money. So somebody going to have to take the fall. Not saying that could have been the case, but it has happened. Yeah. Well, what does Juice WRLD legacy demand from us now?
Hopefully it's a lesson learned. Maybe people can look at this and see, you got to be smarter. You got to do things better. You can't just be on a PJ, have drugs and have guns and all these things out in the open like that and think nobody's going to say anything. And you definitely can't put all these drugs in your mouth.
Yeah, you cannot assume that you're untouchable.
No.
And you have to have a team around you that's going to tell you yes in times and tell you no.
Exactly.
And stand on business.
And if you're in this game and you're making the money, pay for the protection. That's it. Somebody like me, I can't protect myself like that, so I have to deal with it all. Yeah, you gotta have a team. So that's the problem.
Well, I'm in it with this. Juice said, I talk about things that others are scared to. Maybe that's why his words still echo, because they were rooted in truth, not trend. This is a dream cut short, but maybe, just maybe, he'll still be dreaming through us. This is your episode of Silence. My name is Romeo. I'm your host. And we'll see you next time on Silence.